In the late summer of 1999, M. Night Shyamalan's supernatural psych thriller The Sixth Sense was released in the United States on the same day as the director's 29th birthday. And what a birthday gift the film was for the young filmmaker. The Sixth Sense was the second highest grossing film of 1999 and was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay. At the time, Shyamalan was being called the next Spielberg, and in retrospect, many critics would argue that his best work was still yet to come. Okay, so fast forward to 2021 and a little release called Old. Old is a confusing fable about divorce, aging, magic, science, medical advancement and its implications, mental illness and its implications,
family,
and seriously. The entire movie takes place on an absolutely gorgeous beach and features a shockingly 50-year-old M. Night Shyamalan, which is honestly the biggest twist in this entire movie. Riddled with clunky dialogue and the inclusion of some absolutely baffling plot decisions.
Jack Nicholson, Marlon Brando, we're in a movie together.
Old's fate was sealed by audiences and critics alike with those 2 words that for movies read like an ancient curse. Absolutely average. The movie's been out for a while and is currently streaming on HBO Max if you want to check it out and haven't, which would be completely understandable because it was competing with some bona fide bangers when it was in theaters. But this isn't a review.
that's a warning.
It's actually more of a brief reflection on probably the worst sex scene I can recall in recent movie memory. One that so perfectly encapsulates Shyamalan's loss of vision from those magic Sixth Sense days that you could probably review the entire movie on the merits of this scene alone. Okay, so a little bit of context. The whole premise of this movie is that there's this beach that rapidly ages anyone who sets foot on it, and then the first 2 acts of the movie lead you to believe that there's this supernatural element at play that's behind the aging, and then in the 3rd act you find out it's magnets the whole time. Oh, by the way, this is a body horror thriller. Okay, so you got people of varying ages on this island, mostly adults and their children, with some mid-sized exceptions. And they're all aging and they can't escape, because the magnets. So, okay, this could be an interesting concept, but it's never explored as thoroughly as you want it to be, and M. Night sets up these rules about the aging, but it doesn't always fit as smoothly as he wants it to for the kids' storylines, so at several points he's just like,
"Screw the rules, I have money."
So there are these 2 kids who start out as 6-year-olds when they enter the island, and they eventually age up into 11-year-olds, and then finally they're teenagers. And the movie tells us that these kids are aging at a rate that outpaces their brains. Until this sequence where Alex Wolff and Eliza Scanlon are lying down together in this tent on the beach, and you start thinking like, oh my god, wait, no, what the And then suddenly the movie introduces this clunky dialogue about how their brains are thinking a lot of thoughts at once, and that's supposed to be like the movie telling us, you know, don't worry, their brains are finally caught up and they're not mentally 6 years old anymore. And then the next thing you know, the not 6-year-old girl is just stuffing her face with pasta salad, and she offers some to Alex Wolff, who's now just covered in sweat. He goes,
"No, I'm not hungry."
Yeah. And then exactly 23 seconds later, she's like very pregnant. And as she's struggling in this unexpected, horrifying labor, the camera pans in slowly, and there's like this thumping, menacing beat punctuating the scene. And then you get this dialogue between Alex Wolff and his dad.
What you did is how babies are made.
I know, but I thought you had to do that 10 times or something.
Like, are these jokes? Why are there jokes happening during this scene? Everything else about this scene is being played off like very seriously, from the music to the slow panning of the camera, and literally everyone else in the shot. It's all shot in a way that feels like it's meant to further establish the threat of the beach, so why diminish that with this clunky parent-to-child sex talk dialogue? And then suddenly the baby is born, and the tone of the movie is still in flux, and then 5 seconds later the baby's dead. And there's this horrifying bewilderment in the air, and you can see it played out so well by Nikki Akuma Bird, and then suddenly you get this other stupid line.
He died from lack of attention.
That feels like it might also actually be there for laughs, and then we cut back to Alex Wolff, who's just earning every penny trying to sell this scene to us.
Concentrate on the issue at hand. Do you know about movies?
Why does M. Night Shyamalan do this stuff?
I'm young and can do 18 push-ups, and I speak the truth.
What is the creative vision behind these scenes? Just a sad, sad reminder of what once was and what could have been. Thanks for watching. If you missed those good old Sixth Sense days, please subscribe, leave a like, and let me know in the comments what your favorite M. Night movie was. More film stuff to come.